switch to this
Radiant team
fancy overlay.
Dire team ban.
So a Darkseer's banned out right away, not all that uncommon. He's got some incredible power with that wall and with the vacuum. It gives you a ton of team fight and also allows you to set up some stuff like a static storm and kinetic field from a disruptor or a black hole, or even just something simple like a ravage. Just clumps everyone together and allows you to drop some huge abilities. So we'll have to see what GxI goes with to respond here.
Reserve time.
Actually digging into a bit of reserve time. They're going to go with an Undying. Not all. We've been seeing a lot more play from Undying. He's very powerful in tri-lanes because he can just constantly sap the strength from people, and in that level 3 range when he has 2 points in, well, you can go 2 points in Soul Rip, and you just do a ton of damage to people. You get both creep waves together, and you can just nuke people for like 250 damage. It's ridiculous. So I'm not that shocked at all, especially in a tri-lane versus tri-lane situation where everyone's going to be hanging around that level 2 and 3 for a very long time. It allows him to just become an absolute terror.
Reserve time.
Naga Siren's going to be banned out. She hasn't been seeing a whole lot of play ever since her attack damage took a big hit, but that's not all that surprising. She's still very powerful, and again, the song, her ultimate, allows you to set up quite a few different things. So I think the Ownr clan's just trying to get rid of that easy setup for stuff like Black Hole. You know, or Meatballs, stuff like that. TA is going to be banned out, and they're going to go ahead and pick up their carry right away on Ownr clan. They are grabbing themselves a Chaos Knight right away. Chaos Knight, very powerful laner. With the Reality Rift, with the Chaos Bolt, you can put him in a tri-lane, be incredibly aggressive.
Luna.
And a Chikiro and Luna are going to be picked up right away in response. Ooh, the Chaos Knight lit Shrek lane, so we'll probably see that within a tri-lane, and then maybe someone like a Venomancer to help round that up. Or even we might see like a Lina to help give them a third stun, so then if they Reality Rift anybody, it's pretty much a guaranteed kill. Because it'll be Reality Rift into a Chaos Bolt, and then Split Earth and Light Strike Array to finish that up. And again, that you just want to go with Chaos Knight. You want to pick up an incredibly aggressive tri-lane and just keep the stuns going. You want to have your enemies be in complete fear of you. You're eating to a little bit of the reserve time here. And by being so aggressive, you just want to create that nice safe zone.
Dragon Knight.
And they're going to go with a Dragon Knight. Interesting. So they're going with two kind of tanky carries. Dragon Knight will probably go for more of that initiation and just raw tankiness. So we'll probably see him pick up stuff like Vanguard, Heart, maybe a Pipe. Whereas Chaos Knight will go for stuff like Armlet, AC, just a BKB. Just allow him to be that big source of damage with those huge crits. The Luna will most likely be playing mid, I'm gonna guess, unless they pick up something else, and then we'll see like a safe lane Luna. Jakiro is gonna be a support. Ice Path is just ridiculously good. So that is not surprising at all. And we'll have to see what their third pick is. Okay, so it will be a safe lane Luna. We'll probably see Luna, Jakiro, and then maybe another support to help round out that tri-lane. And Invoker's gonna be mid. You can pretty much guarantee that. They might do a safe lane Invoker, but I highly doubt that. Tidehunter's gonna be banned out, so that's a long lane. He's been played pretty much long lane non-stop lately. He's you get the Kraken shell up, you get the Anchor Smash up. He can just farm. He's very beefy. The Rubik's going to be banned out as well, just to prevent some of the stealing of stuff like Eclipse, Cold Snap, just some of those more, or Ice Path even. Rubik's just very irritating to deal with. And then Enigma, so they're just banning out a whole bunch of team fight. They're basically saying, look, we're gonna force you to fight like a one-on-one game. They're not gonna give you any big AoE team fight abilities. No Ravage, no Black Hole, no Vacuum, no Wall. And then we're going to pick up a bunch of single-target shred-you heroes. Keeper of the Light's going to be banned out as well, just to help. Again, that could have been the third support, well, the third member of that tri-lane, and that would just give the Chaos Knight and the Leshrac mana forever. We've also been seeing Keeper being played in the jungle. You get that level 3, you get 2 points into the Chakra Magic, and he can kind of hang out near the easy camps in the jungle and constantly spam that Illuminate, and constantly keep himself up with the Chakra Magic and feed your mid mana as well, so your mid can be fairly spammy as well. Lycan's going to be banned out. That's super surprising. I mean, I know people have figured out how to lane, or how to jungle Lycan ever since his wolves got nerfed, but it's not something that we see be auto-picked up. If you wanted to ban a jungler, I think a Chen or an Enchantress would have been a way better pick. Lycan, really, he's still got incredible power in the late game, but for the most part, he's useless in lane. Like, he's doesn't have very good laning power, and he doesn't have good jungling power. So he's definitely a huge liability as far as your, like, he's a huge liability in a team, and pretty much no team will pick him up, really, anymore. Especially with a Chaos Knight and a Dragon Knight and then a Luna Invoker. Like, you don't really need a whole lot of carry potential. Both of them, like, both of those people on both teams will be doing tons of damage. Ancient Apparition, I love that ban out. Makes a lot of sense. The Chaos Knight Leshrac basically gives you a free Cold Feet. You start Cold Feet pretty much when the Split Earth lands, or even you could do it once the Chaos Bolt goes out, and then from there set up the Split Earth. Does a ton of damage, it's got some good stuns, so they're going to ban that out. Now we're going to see what the last 2 picks from each team is going to be. And they go with... What? Really? Interesting. I haven't seen a Viper in a tournament game, period, I think at all. I know that it's been picked... Well, at least that I've casted it. I've seen it in a few, but it's been like Dignitas or Na'Vi have picked it up as a bit of a trolley. But they're just... I guess they're keeping going with this beefy lineup. Viper, that's generally how you see him played. He'll be he'll just be made very beefy, and then he just out damages you with another toxin. Like, he'll outlast you, and the Nether Toxin will give him the damage he needs. If you're not familiar with how Nether Toxin works, for every 20% of their health, it will do extra damage, and the bonus doubles at every 20%, and he gets more damage as you go lower life, capping out at level 4 at 160 extra damage. So it causes him to do quite a bit of damage, and then we're going to see a Shadow Demon to finish things up, and a Nature's Prophet, and one more pick still to come from GxI. The Nature's Prophet's going to be in the jungle, pretty much guaranteed. So we pretty much need to see like a Beastmaster or a Windrunner. I think Beastmaster would be a good pick. They could use a little bit more in the stun and team fight department. Even though, I mean, with the Eclipse and the Cold, like basically everything that Invoker brings to the table. And then the Ice Path, they got a decent amount of team fight, but that Roar and kind of that tanky initiation would definitely help, plus something to go through BKB. But we'll have to see. Lone Druid could still be picked up. And they're going to go with a Night Stalker. Interesting. So that'll probably be an off-lane Night Stalker with an Invoker in the mid lane. And just freezing up a little bit while everyone picks what they want. And just waiting for the last 2 people. So just the last person to pick the Jakiro. There we go. And now, switch overlays. Haha, I remembered. So I'll go over who's playing what for GxI, or sorry, we'll go over Ownr first because they're at the top of the page. We've got House on the Dragon Knight, Junior B on the Chaos Knight, MKPK on the Leshrac, Chauvin on the Viper, and Computer on the Shadow Demon. And then for GxI, we have Dante Style on the Jakiro, Lardar on the Night Stalker, Pause coming out real quick. Milo is Black playing the Luna, Luis Noob Pride on the Invoker, they have the item shop bugs. They just need to leave real quick. And then Specialis on the Nature's Prophet. And one thing that is nice about this tournament is it is open to South America. So we have been seeing quite a bit both of these teams. I think GxI is from Peru. And then I think House is a mixture? No. So GxI is all Peru, and then Ownr is 4 people from Peru, and then 1 from Argentina. So it gives a nice chance for the South American scene to kind of get a bit of exposure. Helps them push out into the scene, hopefully. Because we don't really see any professional teams from South America, and South America as a whole has a bit of a bad reputation. And it would be nice to see someone help break that. Looks like the Leshrac had a DC as well. So we got the Jakiro back. Leshrac is still out. Some early item pickups. We have Leshrac with 2 sets of wards, actually. Normally you'd see like 1 set of wards and then maybe some sentries picked up by like the Shadow Demon. I guess. Okay, looks like everyone's good to go. Some pretty standard items, so it looks like we're going to see a safe lane Dragon Knight, and are we going to see Viper mid and then a long lane Chaos Knight? That's a little bit of a surprising thing. I mean, he should do alright. He's got some stuns, and he's fairly beefy, but Dragon Knight probably would have been a better choice. And then we're going to see a Night Stalker actually mid with the Luna Jakiro. Yeah, there's the Jakiro. And then Invoker in that long lane, which again, works out fine. The Invoker, he has a bit more regen, and he can be a bit more tanky with that Quas. I didn't go for Blades of Attack, so he's got very low starting attack damage. But he's probably not really looking to get a whole lot of last hits anyways, just looking to get himself some experience. And then hopefully he'll be able to pick up his... Ooh, sorry, voice cracked a little bit. But he'll be able to pick up farms from some assists later on with ganking and stuff like that. Ganking and team fights. We do see... Oh, no, actually, Chaos Knight came down here. The Dragon Knight was just down here to help ensure that no wards on the pole camp were going to happen. So it is a Chaos Knight, Leshrac, and then Shadow Demon. My friend in the chat saying she's learning stuff.
Mix on that.
And we see a Dragon Knight mid with the Viper actually going the long lane. So that's a little bit more understandable. Although he didn't exactly... He probably should have been hanging out like more around here since the start of the game, so then he could watch the rune, easily go up. Bring up the last hits. So we actually see a 5-2 Night Stalker, and Dragon Knight has yet to get a single last hit. Taking some harass from the Void. Void is such a powerful nuke, especially since the slow against another melee, you can just start pounding in right clicks. And Luna is farming fine as well, 6-1. For her, Viper has a single last hit. The Chaos Knight doing alright though. He's got himself 4 last hits. Up against this solo Invoker, he's going to be able to essentially free farm. And Dragon Knight's starting to get himself up. Almost level 3. We do have level 3 already. So we got 2 points in Dragon Breath, 2 points in Void. Pretty standard skill builds coming out here. And where did Viper go? They are doing a full rotation. They want to have Viper be up against this lone Invoker. It's a match that's much more suited for him. Give him some farm. They know that they can do kind of a stomp this tri or this dual lane with their tri lane. And in the meantime, they're actually going to try maybe to get a gank on this Night Stalker. We should see a disruption coming out pretty soon here. There's a disruption. Soul Catcher's going to go out as well, land on the Night Stalker. Dragon Tail, 2-second Chaos Bolt. Split Earth completely misses, but it's not going to matter. They're actually going to get the first blood on the Leshrac first. But then Shadow Demon gets the Night Stalker. Lucent Beam, and then Chaos Knight's going to go down as well. So it doesn't exactly pay off. They get a single kill on the Night Stalker, but the Leshrac and Chaos Knight also go down. Bit of a questionable rotation. Just going straight up the mid lane, especially chasing for that long. I mean, when he got to about here, so you can actually see the lines through the water. When he got to about there, they should have just kind of given up, maybe cut up through here, and then gone to lane. But oh, he just hasn't spent a point yet. We're going to see a disruption on the Luna, though. Soul Catcher's going to go out as well. 1 second Chaos Bolt. The Split Earth misses again. Rushing that Split Earth, but the Shadow Demon gets a kill anyways. And Prophet does cancel that TP. And he's level 3 now, so he's got 2 unspent points. Because he's got the 3 GG branches, so he doesn't have any points in stats. Ice Path is going to go out. The Dual Breath does hit the Chaos, or the Dragon Knight. He's got himself a point in Dragon's Blood, though, so he's got some pretty good regen already. Chaos Knight, spend your points. Ah, that bothers me so much. DD Rune bottom. And a pretty standard skill build coming out from the Viper. Just wants that 1 point in Kaero's skin. Oh, the Cold Snap is doing so much damage. He's level 3 up against a level 5 Invoker. And now that that Trilane's gone, that Invoker is getting some good experience. He can be a bit more brave. Especially with the Quas, he can regen up. And 19-5 for the Luna. And a 16-0. Like, the farm is just taking over for GxI already. They let Night Stalker bottle up that DD rune, so if Dragon Knight comes forward, he's going to get voided, and then probably silenced. He might try and save that till the 2-minute, or 6-minute mark, sorry, when the Knight kicks in. Then he can use that to quickly get himself a kill in the mid lane, and then start roaming around. Just going to start pumping in the right clicks, takes a Dragon Tail, and gets caught a little bit. Dragon Knight is out of regen. Probably flying himself out a bottle. And there you go. Has spent his points finally. Going the pretty standard Chaos Bolt and Reality Rift level fast. Just gives you tons of chasing. I mean, that Reality Rift gets down to a 6-second cooldown, then you get that guaranteed 2-second Chaos Bolt, 4-second maximum. You get a 4-second Chaos Bolt on somebody, it's just, oh, they're dead. Especially in this lane. Assuming this Leshrac can actually land. And he actually goes Lightning. Interesting. The Diabolic Edict did get a little bit of a nerf with 6.75. It has a cast animation now, but normally you still see Leshracs pick that up just to push towers. Nature's Prophet looking to get himself a fast Midas. This Radiant Ward is going to block this creep camp. And some pings going out. Probably pinging where they think the ward is. Night Stalker, 6-minute mark has been hit. He popped that DD. He's going to start running down to the bottom lane, I think. Bottle up this Illusion Rune. And then maybe look to get a kill. Yeah, he's going to look to get a kill on this Viper or not. And it looks like they fixed the bug with him losing his wings, but now his wings just go straight out. And it is almost more frightening. It's like the bat symbol. Bat symbol for death. Pretty quiet game, actually. Things went 2-2, but other than that, like, things are pretty quiet. Everyone just wants to farm up. Makes things a little more difficult for me, because then I have to talk a whole bunch to fill in dead air. We got the Phase Boots already on the Invoker, though, so that'll give him a good amount of right-click, and he is going for that Exhort build primarily, just to give himself some more right-click damage. Night Stalker is going to come up, try and do something. We are going to see an Ice Path and a Dual Breath onto that Chaos Knight. He's gonna get voided though. Lucent Beam finishes that off. Sprout onto the Leshrac. And they actually finish off the Leshrac as well. Soul Catcher onto the Luna. And they're gonna dive this Shadow Demon. He's gonna easily go down. Probably will just die. No, disrupts himself. But now Jakiro's gonna come forward. Soul Catcher actually, and okay, they finished that off. So I thought maybe the illusions of the Soul Catcher would be able to finish off the Jakiro, but now they're going to look to probably push this out.
Top tower is under attack.
Night Stalker TP's back.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And they actually managed to pop the glyph, so hey, great. No new real item pickups. Jakiro's got himself his boots up. Same thing with the Night Stalker. And it looks like they want to gank on the bottom lane. Prophet has his Midas finished, so we'll probably see a very fast mech, maybe? Or a sheep stick, we'll have to see. And oh, he's just creating treants at base so that he doesn't waste any mana, and then he can march them out into the jungle and start farming away there.
Middle tower is under attack.
No Skype messages. So the farm's definitely starting to spike up. So if we get a look at the gold advantage, it's about, well, probably about 3,500 in advantage of the Dire, and the experience is about the same. We're going to see a Prophet ult come through, just kind of help push all the lanes back. Jakiro is going to come out here. Void and Ice Path, dual breath actually. They silence him. Easy, easy kill. Jakiro is actually on a killing spree. He's 3-0-3. And unfortunately the Night Stalker is 0-1-4. But hey, he's still got a decently good night. First night getting his team an advantage, which is the most important thing. Could pop his ultimate to help delay that night even more. And they might look to push this middle lane now. But no, it looks like they're just putting a bit of damage into it. Phase Boots picked up by the Night Stalker, so that'll allow him to dive even more. You basically can't escape him at night now. I think it's probably with about 3 points in Phase Boots, 3 points in Hunter of the Night, and Phase Boots, he's pretty much as fast as you can possibly get. We see Prophet gonna TP in here. Gonna start things up with a Sprout to hold the Viper in place. Silence on him. Void as well, and that's a dead Viper. Ice Path is gonna come through, and then there you go. Night Stalker picks up his first kill.
Comes for you.
Leshrac's gonna try and come down here. And a very early energy booster on the Shadow Demon. I like this immensely. If you are a support who's already kind of gonna be behind on levels, like if you look at the levels, the Shadow Demon's all the way down at 5, where compared to everyone else, and you don't have boots and everyone else has boots, you are basically walking gold. Like, you might as well just be free money. The Leshrac's gonna go down as well. I don't know why he stuck around when 4 people were down here.
Not one piece of bristles shall I waste.
And they're gonna be able to get this tower with the Forge Spirits. Creeps get the last down. That's the gold. Is evenly spread out amongst everybody. Ownr. Computer's gonna be throwing out some Shadow Poisons here, but they might be looking to just dive on this disruption onto the Night Stalker. But Lardar says, I don't care. Sprout's gonna come out. Unfortunately, he has no mana to do voids. But a Cold Snap's gonna come out, and Louis Noob Pride picks up that one. So it's 2-10 already in favor of GxI. They are proving that we did make you wait, but we made the wait worth it. They are playing extremely well. Ownr is just kind of running around, not really doing a whole lot. They're not really accomplishing anything. Whereas GxI, they have very distinct purposes as to why, like, what they want to accomplish, what they're looking to take care of. And they're going to look to push this tier 1 mid. Glyph is still not up. Treants are going to be summoned. We'll probably see Forge Spirits come out as well. But it said he's actually just got Cold Snap and Meteor queued up here. Luna's got herself a Helm with the Dominator, looking to just farm in the jungle a little bit. Force Staff pretty much finished. 350 gold for that. And actually, Disruption's going to come through on an illusion. So they actually disrupted an illusion, created illusions of the illusions. In the meantime, miss a kill up top. Cold, Deafening Blast into a meteor. Does tons of damage. It doesn't go very far, but it does 110 damage every 0.5 seconds. Well, it does 110 damage, sorry, and then damn it! Did like 22 damage every 0.5 seconds, still a ton of damage on top of the Deafening Blast. Knocks you back in that. That was weird. The illusions had the shoulders and helmet. Eclipse is going to come forward, get a double kill. Easy, easy. Does so much damage. Now they're going to look to take down this tier 1 mid as well. Get themselves the trio of tier 1s.
Radiant's middle tower is
And
under attack.
this is very quickly spiraling out of control. About an 8,000 gold advantage and probably about a little over 7,500 experience advantage as well. Glyph is going to be popped. That's a complete waste of the glyph. You're not going to stop them from taking this tower, really.
Radiant's middle tower is
Looks like that was a cancelled TP at the very last second. Sunstrike, just in case they could get a little bit of a shot in on that.
Has fallen.
Chaos Knight still farming away. He's got himself his treads. Claws of attack, that's going to be for an armlet. But the Luna and... Oh, Chaos Knight, you are in so much trouble. He's actually in a Reality Rift. The Luna, not exactly who you want. Chaos Bolt onto the Nature's Prophet. And they're actually going to kill each other. And a decent trade. I mean, you're already ahead by 11 kills. It doesn't really... And 3 towers. So it doesn't really matter. Profit was he got. He's actually going for a very fast Orchid. Just to help shut down the Leshrac, shut down the Chaos Knight. And Ownr and almost a Vanguard picked up on the Night Stalker. Any other real item pickups? Treads on Dragon Knight. And the beginnings of most likely a BKB on the Viper, but that's about it. Again, pick up boots. If you're going to do this, pick up boots. Like, I understand Arcane Boots are super good. Leshrac dies to Night Stalker in the jungle. Jakiro is there as well. They're going to go look to take a very quick Roshan, because they basically can. Unfortunately, Night Stalker ult is down. Luna's picked up a Yasha already. So 15.5 minutes in, got Treads, Yasha, and a Helm of the Dominator. Farming fine. 4, 1, and 2. And just gonna need to use something to break the spell shield, then they'll cold snap this.
Night silence.
Yeah, just try and silence him. Breaks that, then you can void, and the cold snap does tons of damage to him. Tank it up with the treants for a bit. And now that Luna is gonna come down, there's another void gonna go out, and Luna will start be able to fire right clicks in. They'll probably give it to either her or maybe the Night Stalker. Just the Night Stalker is going to be the divey one, and Luna's the one you want to. And actually, Invoker picks it up. I'm okay with that. Vanguard finished on the Night Stalker. I mean, they're already so far ahead. This Night Stalker is so beefy already. You look at 1,400 health, and that's like 300 more. Oh, there's the poor supports. I mean, they do have Demonic Purge. Does go through BKB. The slow aspect of it will, at least. So that is one option. I would imagine BKB will be the next pickup for this Night Stalker, so then he can just run around, do whatever he wants. You cannot stop him. And Invoker has his Force Snap finished, so we'll probably see like a Drum next.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Invoker actually finds 2. Sunstrike and a Meteor's gonna come through. They're gonna disrupt on him. And here comes Luna. They're gonna burn the Aegis already. But they're gonna basically get a team wipe almost out of it. Ownr gonna be thrown onto the Dragon Knight. He's gonna get voided up. Deafening Blast is gonna finish that off. And an Eclipse is going to be pumped, so that's a team wipe. And you need to take the tier 2 before you take tier 3s.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There you go. I think they're asking for an Ownr charge to be popped onto the Luna.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Shadow Poison is going to go through Split Earth onto the Night Stalker, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, they took a tier 2. They're probably just going to back up now. Prophet should really look to TP out. There you go. Urn's going to keep him nice and topped off. And do they still want to fight this? Ice Path is going to go through, land on the Leshrac. Dante's Style is going to get disrupted. And Computer is going to get voided. Split Earth on the Forge Spirits. And a Reality Rift on Luis. Junior B. Macro Pyre is going to go down. It's so much damage! And the Nature's Prophet ult comes through. Just does so much work. Oh, it's ridiculous.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And there you go. He's going to TP into their base. People are going to TP home, but they'll probably be able to take down this tower as well.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Between the Treants and the Forest Spirits, their next creep wave is coming up. Leshrac is up, but really, there's not much you can do to stop this. Some Shadow Poison's going to be thrown out, but... And they got it down 50%. Specialis sprouts himself and TP's out. And in the meantime, Luna's just going to go ahead, take a tier 2 by himself. Necrobook's going to be picked up by the Prophet. He's already got his Orchid finished. He's farming so fast. What's their GPMs? 498 and then 463. So it's just ridiculous. Like, you look at the GPMs of the Dire, the Jakiro, the support Jakiro has probably 50% on top of the Chaos Knight, which is just insane.
Unstoppable.
I do believe this is what you refer to as a pub stomp snowball game. Nothing against Ownr, but I mean, this game is pretty much out of control. They cannot stop anybody. They can't. They would need all 5 people really to take down like a single person on the Dire team. I mean, the Jakiro has 1,000 health. You look at comparatively, the Leshrac has just under 600. Sunstrike's going to come through. Jakiro's going to get the last hit on that anyways. He's got himself a mech finished up as well. And some wards. And there's the last tier 2 taken down as well. We have probably about 5 minutes. 5-6 minutes till Roshan comes up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They might wait for that. There's an Ogre Club on Night Stalker. That'll most likely be for his game. And Computer gets caught out again. Luna just doing tons of work. Got herself an Eagle Song already. So she's hitting for probably just under 200, well, about 180 damage. Viper, he's going to get Sprouted and then Sunstriked and Macro-Pyred and everything. That's 4 dead. That's going to be a tier 3 dead. And there you go, they just called GG. I mean, and I don't blame them. 27 kill difference. And if we look at gold, it's 25,000 in both gold and experience. So they're going to DC. And GxI advances to round 3. This, as I said before, this is best of ones. And I am Blightwind. I hope you enjoyed this cast. You can find me on YouTube at Insadius, and my Twitch is twitch.tv/Blightwind. And you can follow me on Twitter at Blight_Dota. And I will continue to cast as much as I can of this. The finals are for tomorrow. I think we will go up to maybe round 6, possibly round 7. And then round 7 and 8 will be left till tomorrow, just because there's so many games. So on the plus side, we had a long delay for this, but on the other side, it's a super fast game, 22 minutes. Chaos Knight refuses to leave the game.
Radiant's Ancient is under attack.
And they're just going to pop some clips and finish him off. And they'll just go ahead and destroy the Ancient right now. They say if you won't leave, we'll just force the game on you. Sprout and the Treant spawn. Night Stalker pops his BKB so he can be gold and made of pure power. He's a big yellow angry god. So there we go. That was the first, well, that was the game. GxI versus Team Ownr. And GxI saying a little. But I hope you enjoyed that. I will look to find myself a